Good evening and welcome to Abingdon-Avon High School as we get you set for the boys varsity between the Monmouth-Roseville Titans and the Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes. We get you set for the national anthem here. Alrighty, welcome to Abingdon-Avon High School. I'm John Reynolds alongside Miss Cameraman Alyssa here this evening. Or camera lady, I should say. As we get you set here for varsity action between the Monmouth-Roseville Titans and the home Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes. We had the girls game just a few moments ago. The Titans defeated the Tornadoes 56-45. So we'll see if the Tornadoes can strike back and win in the boys contest here, which should be underway here momentarily. As we'll get the starting lineups for both squads.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second game of tonight's doubleheader between the Monmouth-Roseville Titans and your A-Town Tornadoes. Admission to any scholastic event is a privilege, and with that privilege comes responsibility. Responsibility to conduct oneself in a respectful manner where the game is enjoyable for other fans and participants. We remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when respect is shown to all. Please let our good sportsmanship show during the game. Now, let's meet our starting lineups. First for Monmouth-Roseville.
We'll start with Monmouth-Roseville.
Senior, number 3, Jake Steele.
Jake Steele is a senior. He will be starter number 1 for Darion Smith, another senior, number 4.
Senior, number 12,
Tyler Finicum, another senior. Number 22, Aiden Almager is another senior starting. And number 34, Nico Avignano, is the other starting senior. So 5 seniors on the floor for Monmouth-Roseville. And now let's meet the Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes. Dre Anderson, a senior, number 2.
Senior, number 3, Kellen Hook.
Number 3, senior Kellen Hook.
Senior, number 5, Carter Redburn.
Senior number 5, Carter Redfern, excuse me.
13, Drew Fouch.
Drew Fouch, number 13, a senior.
Asa Stiegel.
And number 24, Asa Stiegel, another senior. So 5 seniors against 5 seniors here tonight. Some experienced young basketball players. Monmouth-Roseville wearing the traveling navies tonight. Navy with gray numerals, gray stripes. And a little bit of spot variation down the sleeves. And Abingdon-Avon in the home whites. Black numerals, green trim on those. Jump ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. Almost hitting a fan there. And it will start with Monmouth-Roseville. It'll be Darion Smith to inbound. He'll backcourt it to Jake Steele. And here we go. Ball tipped, stolen by the Tornadoes. Lay it up, lay it in for number 13, Drew Fouch. Gets A-Town going here early with a quick steal and score. Steal, dribble, swing it to the corner, out of bounds, tipped. And it is off of a Tornado's hand, so it will stay with Monmouth-Roseville. Smith inbounds to Steele. Now down low. Tip stolen by the Tornadoes. That was number 5, Redfern there. Stiegel is blocked, but fouled. That's going to fall on number 34 of Monmouth-Roseville, Nico Avendano. So his first foul, and that'll send Stiegel to the line to shoot 2. Stiegel sinks the first. Second shot no good. Ball on the floor. Rebound to Monmouth-Roseville. 3-0 Tornadoes. Swing it out. Avendano with it. Got a steal on the left wing. Smith. Back out. Good cut to Steele. Corner 3 for Monmouth-Roseville is short. That was Tyler Finicum with an offensive board, and it's back to Monmouth-Roseville. Three ball, no good. Offensive board again. Tyler Finicum comes away with that one. Steele to Finicum. Avendano with it. Now to Smith on the outside. Good defense by A-Town in the student section. Continuously clapping, maybe putting a little hindrance on Monmouth-Roseville, but they don't seem to care. Finicum and a travel. Turnover. Tornado basketball. Dre Anderson will bring things up for A-Town. He's wearing the bright pink kicks, which seems like that's what I always talk about when I'm calling basketball games, is the shoes. That one out of bounds. Heads up to the Monmouth-Roseville cheerleaders down there. Luckily was able to dodge that one. That was a strike from Drew Fouch. Just did not have Stiegel down low like he thought he would. 6 minutes to go. First quarter here, 3-0 Tornadoes on top of Monmouth-Roseville. Smith swinging out the outside, Steele. Finicum. Avendano. The big man dribble drive is fouled by number 13, Drew Fouch. Number 1 for Fouch. We have a foul on both sides of the ball now. Steele inbounds to Avendano, who wants 3. It's just a little short. That ball kicked on the floor, and we're going to have a, looks like a foul on number 22, Aiden Almaguer, I think. Yes. Aiden Almaguer picks up that foul. Team's second foul of the evening. Just underway here. Redfern on the dribble drive. Can't get it to fall, but there is the second chance bucket for Drew Fouch. 5-0 Tornadoes. Finicum with a good defense by this Tornado. Front. Tornado Alley very loud over there as well. The student section, it's a lot of green and yellow. Ball out of bounds, and it'll stay with Monmouth-Roseville. Steele inbounds to Finicum. Gets it to Smith. Smith now to Avendano down low. Finicum turns it over. Tornado basketball. Redfern Dribbling up top. He's working with Almaguer. Trying to get on the outside. Corner now. Gets the screen from Fouch. Fouch working with Smith down low there. A couple of big man matchups as Avignano and Stiegel would be one to keep an eye open for. Pass is to Dre Anderson, and a technical. Finicum did not like that. He is teed up for barking at the official. So Finicum picks up 2 fouls right there. They block initially, and then the technical foul on Finicum. So a 30-second timeout taken by Monmouth-Roseville. And Finicum not happy there. He thought he had his feet set, and I quite frankly did think he did as well. But nonetheless, it is a double foul on Tyler and the Titans. And we'll have a couple of free throws coming here for Abingdon. So it'll be Dre Anderson to the free throw line. He'll shoot the technical shots. So Anderson, the one wearing those bright pink kicks. First shot falls for Dre. And the second shot is in and out. We'll get a third shot, though, with the technical and the, well, he will not get a third shot, as we'll have number 5, Carter Redfern, who drew the foul. He will shoot those shots, and Redfern gets that one to fall. So we'll add, he goes 2 for 2. So 3 more points added. It's 8-0 Tornadoes. And the Tornadoes will retain possession with the foul. Checked in for number 12, Tyler Finicum, was number 11, Peyton Thompson. So he's in for Finicum, who drew the technical and the blocking foul. 4:08 remains first quarter. I did figure out our scoreboard. I had it set to halves instead of quarters, so we're set to quarters, so we should have first, second, third, and fourth instead of first, second, overtime. Redfern shot no good. Rebound to the Titans as they try and bring the attack and press. Steele. Almaguer, Smith, deep 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Anderson. Now to Redfern, puts up the shot, it's in. Carter Redfern adds 2. Tornadoes by 10. 10-0 run. D up, the chant by the Tornado Alley student section. Thompson for 3, it's no good. There's Anderson on the board. Anderson, corner, now Stiegel, dribbling baseline, puts up the shot, is blocked. Believe that number 34, Nico Avignano, got a hand in there. He did. So he'll get the credit for the block there. Inbound to Fouch. Now down low, Stiegel, ball on the floor. Now up top, it's with we have a mystery player. I do not have a number 10 on my stat sheet here, so we will have to check that. I have a guess for the JV. It's Colby Hightower, so for now it will be Colby Hightower. If you know who number 10 is for A-Town and can let me know in the comments section, that would be very beneficial. I believe what we're going to call him Colby Hightower, though. That's what we have for the JV, so we'll take that. Foul is going to be on the Tornadoes. Foul's going to be on Drew Fouch. Fouch's second foul. 12-0 Tornadoes. 2 shots coming for Avingdon-Avon. First shot is good. And that is the first point of the game. Jacob Hall checks in for A-Town. Avingdon sinks the first bucket. Second shot is good. So he gets the Titans on the board with 2 free throws. It's 12-2, still a 10-point lead. Redfern swings it inside to Hightower, we think. Jacob Hall now with it. Anderson blocked by Thompson. Ball is off of Anderson. What a play by Jacob Thompson there. Able to just swing, or Peyton Thompson, excuse me. Ethan Clark checks in for Monmouth-Roseville. See if we have any comments on who that may be. Oh. Oh, looks like we might have lost our stream for a second. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Jacob Hall picks up that foul. That's his first, team's third of the quarter. 1 minute and 29 seconds remain in this first quarter. Ball is stolen away by Hightower, we believe. Redfern with it. 12-2 Tornado lead. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Tornadoes. Darion Smith checks in for Monmouth-Roseville. Hall with it, swings it to the outside. Working with Smith. Now a cutting Redfern. Just puts up the hook shot, doesn't get it to fall. Jake Steele comes away with the board, and a foul might be on Asa Stiegel. No, it's actually going to be on number 10. We're going to find out who it is. Kellen Hook is wearing number 10 this evening. So that solved that problem for us right there. Change his number. He's listed as number 3. We'll change that. Kellen Hook's first foul of the night. So our mystery player has been cracked. We figured out who it is. 12-2, and this student section, Tornado Alley, has really had a big effect on this game. Darion Smith wants 3. It's in and out. Rebound to Redfern. Just going to slow things down, bounces it out to Anderson. And Dre will set things up with 15 seconds to go, first quarter. It's been all Tornadoes here early. Anderson swings it to Hall. Hall with 5 to shoot. Swinging outside to Dre Anderson, who wants a deep 3. It's no good. Ball out of bounds, and the air ball shot by Dre. And at the end of 1, it is the A-Town Tornadoes 12 and the Monmouth-Roseville Titans 2. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School. It's 12-2 at the end of one. Set for the second half of this first half. Second half of this first half. I don't know if many people say that. Probably just me. Second quarter of this first half. Sounds a little bit better. 12-2, 8 minutes to go. Jacob Hall will inbound, and here we go. It's Tornado basketball. See if we can get our scoreboard back up to the second. Oh, one more. Back one, there we go. Second quarter. Anderson swing it to Hook. Now swings it all the way across to Anderson. Good length to get that. Number 21, Weston Martyr, has checked in. Kellen Hook finds three. Steele swings it out to Smith. And Steele loses the ball out of bounds. A-Town basketball. Andy Myers checks in for Monmouth-Roseville. 15-2 in favor of the Tornadoes here early. And I am not kidding about this student section. They have got Monmouth-Roseville on the ropes. Dribble drive from Martyr. He's stuck under the basket. Just got to kick it out. Anderson to Hall. Hook thought about the three. Just had one a moment ago. Ball stolen away, and it'll be Tornado basketball. Weston Marler, excuse me. I said Martyr. Excuse me, Marler. Hall swings it in. Now back to Hall, tipped out by Thompson. Got a hand on that one. Peyton Thompson's played really good defense here in the minutes he's seen early on. If you are listening to tonight's game, tell us where you're listening from. Interact in the chat. Always like to hear from our viewers and what's going on outside of Abingdon-Avon High School here this evening. Anderson in and out. Can't get much closer than that for Dre Anderson, who literally got it to fall in and out of the basket. It'll stay Tornado basketball. And that ball is just thrown up for Thompson, who's got Hook. Puts up the shot, doesn't get it to fall. There's Marler on the rebound. Gets it to Hall. Thompson right behind him, but he brings it up. Down low, Stiegel. Stiegel double teamed by Thompson. Hook, Hall, floater, jumper, good. Jacob Hall adds to his first two of the night. 17-2, Tornadoes by 15. Nothing but blue and gold here. Blue and gold, this isn't Notre Dame, but how about green and yellow, green and gold. Blocking foul is going to be charged to Asa Stiegel. So Stiegel picks up that foul. I believe that's number one for him. It is. Ace's first. We'll count the shot for number 22, Aiden Almaguer, and he'll get that second shot with a chance at a three-point play. Marler will take a seat. Carter Redfern is back in. Almaguer's shot is no good. Darion Smith got a hand on it, though. Ball's just tipped all over the place. Three for Steele, no. He's going to take back out to the other side. Avendiano wants three and hits. Nico Avendiano hits 3. Titans only down by 10 now. Floater no good for Redfern, and Darion Smith brings down the board. Full head of steam attack for Andy Myers, and the shot's no good. Rebound to Dre Anderson, who goes to Stiegel, puts up the shot, it's blocked, and right to Darion Smith, who gets the board. And a timeout taken by Coach Corey Link and the A-Town Tornadoes. And what we're talking about, ooh, maybe not a timeout taken. Instead, how about a technical foul on head coach Corey Link, as Jake Steele makes the first shot of the technical. So we've had 2 technicals here tonight. Steele makes both and capitalizes. So that was a technical foul on Coach Link, as opposed to a timeout. I thought it was going for the timeout signal there, but he did not. Steele puts up the floater, doesn't get it to fall. Dre Anderson has got to get it to someone. He gets it out to Stiegel, who's got his back. Into Redfern. That's a dangerous pass, but even better play by Carter Redfern, who adds 2. Andy Myers swings it out. Avendiano puts up the shot. It's no good. Probably a good thing the shot didn't count because it was no good. Foul's going to be on Stiegel away from the ball. It's number 2 for him. See if that loads for me. Checking in as number 11, Aiden Stromson for A-Town. Myers swings it to Steele. Now to Almaguer up top. Avendiano's had the most looks from 3 from Monmouth-Roseville. You don't see the center taking those shots all the time, but he's been red hot. And he gets that one to fall, so can shoot it from outside, but then can also add it down low. Special player there, Avendiano has 7 of the 11 for Monmouth-Roseville. 19-11. Tornadoes by 8. Hook. Swings it now, Anderson with it. Hall to Hook. 3:30 to go, second quarter. Redfern. Down low. Great looking pass there down low. Look who's looking for Hook. Ball up to Avendiano, who almost stepped out of bounds. No look pass is tipped. It'll stay with Monmouth-Roseville. Shot falls for Monmouth-Roseville. Andy Myers cashes his first bucket of the night. It's 19-13 and now a 6-point game. So what was a 15-point lead for Abingdon-Avon has now only diminished and is only a 6-point lead. Redfern swings it. Hook had a 3 earlier from that spot. Anderson now. Big size advantage there with Avendiano working on him. Tipped out now to Hall. Anderson had a look from 3 in the corner, just did not, Hall did not see him. Redfern shot up no good, and there's Darion Smith to bring home the board. Steele gets it to Almaguer, puts up the shot, count it, and a foul. Dre Anderson picks up that foul. It's number 1 for him. And now we have a full timeout taken by head coach Link and the A-Town Tornadoes. is 19-15. And we'll be right back after this. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to the Monmouth-Roseville Abingdon-Avon game. Not in Abingdon, we're in Abingdon-Avon High School, not Monmouth-Roseville High School, which is just up the road here. So kind of a rivalry game between these two schools, and it's been close here as of late. It was not close to start this first quarter, and beginning here as A-Town was up to a 17-2 lead, and now it's been a 13-2 run for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans, who have inched right back into it. 19-15, Almaguer looking for the three-point play and gets this one to fall. Missed the free throw at the previous spot, but gets this one. It's a three-point game and now a one-possession game, as some may say. Some might have said it was already a one-possession game, though, with the very rare foul on a three-point bucket, which we don't see very often, but technically is a one-possession game, a three and a shot for foul on the three-point shot, if you make it, of course. Ball on the floor, and it's to Monmouth-Roseville. Avignano's looking up ahead of court. Now he's going to work one-on-one with Fouch. Almaguer tips it over to Myers, who's just going to swing it all the way out. Steele wants three. No good. There's Asa Stiegel to bring home the rebound. 19-16. Minute 30 to go. Hook for three. It's just off. Foul away from the ball. We'll see who that's on. It's going to be on number 4, Darion Smith. Darion Smith's first foul of the night. That's also Monmouth-Roseville's first foul of the half, or of the quarter, is now the IHSA has switched it to just quarter fouls, so that's a new rule it was implemented recently. Kellen Hook hits for three. Nothing but net for Kellen Hook. And a big strike back there by the Tornadoes, a 6-point game. Avignano says, hang on a second. And he hits for three. And an answer back. 22-19, Tornadoes by 3. Ball tipped out of bounds by Darion Smith, and that's going to go all the way down the corridor over there. Very helpful fan, thank you very much. Down the corridor, and we'll be back to Tornado basketball. It'll stay with A-Town. Hook swings it into Redfern. 34 seconds. Clock is ticking, 3-point game. Redfern almost lost his footing there. Puts up the shot, doesn't get it to fall. It's a tough shot there by Redfern. Darion Smith with the board. Here comes Thompson, and he loses his dribble, and it's back to A-Town. And I'm not kidding, this student section over here has really been a big difference maker in this game. Tornado Alley, and it is full to the brim, except maybe a couple rows in the back there, but have been loud and vocal, and that's going to be a foul on Avignano. He knew it the second that he did it. He was like, I knew I got myself there. Avignano picks up that foul. It's number 2 for him, team second of the quarter. He will take a seat. Number 13, Ethan Clark, will check in. Ethan Clark does check in. three from Dre Anderson falls, and he's fouled on this shot. And there's that 4-point play that we were talking about. Dre Anderson nails a three from back by the volleyball spike line and now has a chance at 4. Wow. You never see that happen. And we just talked about it a moment ago, and now he's got the chance at a 4-point play. And he gets it. Wow, Dre Anderson. And that ball, an inbound and thrown off the backboard, is no good. 26-19 at the end of the first half. It is the A-Town Tornadoes by 7 points. We'll be back for some halftime stats and a halftime interview. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a 4th generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a 4th generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being 4th generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story, you love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of 2, you might be one of 1. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School here in Abingdon, Illinois on a cold Monday evening. It is halftime between the Monmouth-Roseville Titans and the Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes of the boys game here. Some halftime stats for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. Leading the way is Nico Avignano, who has 10. Aiden Almaguer has 5. Andy Myers and Jake Steele add 2. That makes up for the 19 that the Titans have. And for the A-Town Tornadoes, it's just been a little bit of widespread scoring all around. We have 3 players with 6 points. Kellen Hook, Carter Redfern, Drew Fouch, all with 6. Asa Stiegel has 1, and Dre Anderson with a big 4-point play to end that first half. Accounts for the 26 for Abingdon-Avon. We get you set here, third quarter, here we go. And it'll be Monmouth-Roseville basketball. Almaguer puts up the shot and doesn't get it to fall. No foul. Might have been like he was looking for one there, did not get it. It's Redfern with it. He's working with Steele. Good on the ball pressure there by Steele. Hook swings it to Stiegel. Now out to Redfern. He's going to get rid of it out to Fouch. Down low, Stiegel working with Steele. He had the mismatch and makes him pay for it. Asa Stiegel with the first points of the second half. (28-19), Tornadoes by 9. Finicum, who left the game early in the first quarter, with a technical foul, is back in the game here to start the second half. Looks like it'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Tornado basketball. We did have some talk in the live chat. I'm sorry, I did just now reading this. Chris Almaguer says, come on, let's go Titans. They have definitely made a comeback here. Now down by 9 as the Tornadoes have struck back. Good job, Aiden. Let's go by Craig Anderson and Alejandro Alonso. You can do it, Nico. 3 for Hook is no good. Ball to Almaguer. Oh. Our screen just went black on the computer again. I don't know what's going on with that. That bucket falls for the Tornadoes, and Nico Avignano. And then Avignano picks up a foul on the other side of the court, and it'll be Carter Redfern to go to the line and shoot 2. First shot is good for Redfern. Ethan Clark checks in for Avignano, who will take a seat. And the second shot falls for Redfern. He is a perfect 100% from the free throw line this evening. 30-22, Tornadoes by 8. Almaguer with it on the left wing. Gets it out to Steele, now to Finicum. Finicum to Darion Smith. 3 ball for Almaguer is no good. Finicum almost got called for an over-the-back foul there, did not. Redfern comes away with a rebound. He's wearing those kind of those off-green shoes. Definitely not the A-Town green, but kind of like a coral-like green. Definitely catch my eye there. I don't know, I'm always talking about the shoes when it comes to basketball games. We got a traveling violation. I believe that's going to be on Ethan Clark. It is. on the Tornadoes. Ethan Clark was the one to get that ball back to the official. And it's Jake Steele to bring things up for Monmouth-Roseville. .30-22, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Steele, Clark, now to Smith. D up, the chance by the Tornado Alley. That three is good for Aiden Almager, who missed just a few moments ago from there, fixes his mistake and drains it from three. It's a 5-point game. Stiegel, that's it. Now inside to Anderson, who had the advantage, and Steele fouls him. So that foul is going to be on Jake Steele. I think that's number 1 for him. It is. So Dre Anderson will go to the free throw line. Shoot a couple. That one just a little short. Do remember, folks, this game was a 17-2 A-Town lead to start. A 17-2 run for Abingdon-Avon, and now the Monmouth-Roseville Titans have inched right back into it and are only down 6. Shot falls for Anderson. It is a 31-25 game. Clark working with Fouch. He's got 6 points tonight. Now to Almager, is just going to swing it out to Smith, who wants 3. Darion Smith. It's a little short. Rebound to the Tornadoes. Redfern is going to take Finicum with him. It's an offensive foul. Probably the right call there. Finicum got his feet set. That'll be on number 5, Carter Redfern, his first foul of the night. 31-25, 4:06 to go in this one, in the third quarter, that is. Clark with it, now to Finicum. Steele, Smith for 3, it's off the backboard. I was about to say it's going to be a little bit off the back, but hey, Darion Smith proves me wrong and cashes in for 3, his first 3 points of the night. And here come the Titans within 3. Stiegel with it. Now to Marler, who was recently checked in. That ball tipped and Steele got a hand on it. It'll stay A-Town basketball. Over and back turnover there by the Tornadoes. He knew it as soon as he did it. Darion Smith will inbound it. It's back to Steele. Now to Clark. Clark to Finicum. He's got defender out there on him. He's got the lime green shoes, so definitely a lot of different colored shoes here tonight. Steele back to Almager. We've got a foul before the shot by Aiden. Foul's going to be on number 24, Asa Stiegel. Foul number 3 of his night. Team's second, and Jacob Hall checks in for him. And it'll be Jake Steele to inbound for Monmouth-Roseville. Gets it back court to Finicum. Good screen there. Smith not able to capitalize with 3. Now Anderson. He'll bring it up for A-Town. He's going to be fouled by Ethan Clark. Fouls on Clark. That's number 1 for Ethan. And Dre Anderson will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Anderson is 60% from the free throw line and misses that one. Percentage will dip down just a little bit more after that one. Bounce right back though with Anderson's shot to fall there. 32-28, 2:40 to go, third quarter. Almaguer swings it to Steele. Gets a screen from Almaguer. Now to Clark. Clark on the right wing to Finicum. Swings it. Clark wants three, and it's just off. Jacob Fouch, or Drew Fouch, excuse me, was there to get that board. Steele capitalizes for three on the turnover. Jake Steele. Big three there. Titans within one. 32-31. Hall with it. And Anderson maybe slow things down here. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. And that ball is saved. What a play by Hall, but a timeout taken by Coach Link, and that's probably a smart timeout there, as that ball was getting out of bounds and did not want to turn that one over, so they'll just re-inbound it here. Looks like we have a couple of best dressed and some other things for the student section here. Looks like they got a for best dressed or something like that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. A little bit of a competition going there in the student section. They have been very beneficial to this A-Town team, and especially in the first half, but now it's been Monmouth-Roseville inching right back into it. So they've taken the crowd out of this game and have snuck right back in. It's a one-point game, 32-31. Tornadoes by one. Anderson on the left wing. Brings his dribble out. That's going to be a foul on Finicum, who got his hands on Anderson. Foul number 3 for Tyler Finicum. And this mechanical pencil just breaks about every time I use it. I don't know what is going on with it, but I think it's probably an operator error. I don't know if I know how to use a mechanical pencil very well, but Anderson with it. Jumper is no good. Rebound to Redfern, and Smith comes away with that board. It's it to Andy Myers. He's got 2 tonight. Thompson puts up that shot. Count it, the foul. Peyton Thompson has a chance at a three-point play. Fouls on Dre Anderson. A-Town's third of the evening, of the third quarter, that is. Thompson cannot complete the three-point play. Redfern with it, 33-32, so Monmouth-Roseville is on top for the first time this evening. Fouch to Hall up top. Gets the screen now. Looking for the roll, we've got a travel. Traveling violation on Kellen Hook. 47.4 seconds remain in this third quarter. Titans by 1. Steele gets it to Almaguer. It's over and back. And now the officials will talk things over, as they want to talk it over. Is it over and back violation? So it will be A-Town basketball. They're going to say that the Tornado did not get their hand in on that. Hall inbounds backcourt to Anderson. 33 seconds to go, third quarter. Anderson had a 3 to end the first half. Actually ended up being 4. Three for Hook is off. Rebound to Ethan Clark. That's a great rebound there. He's able to get up, get it, and then box out. Keep those Tornadoes away from the ball. Thompson swings it to Steele. 5 to shoot. He's got to do something. Ball tipped. Smith puts up the shot. Almost got that to fall. Darion Smith almost just made something from nothing. And at the end of 3, what if I told you that the Monmouth-Roseville Titans have taken the lead? It's 33-32. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes right after this. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
Well, growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School. Sorry for that little glitch there on the 15-second ads, as the computer froze on me there for a minute. Well, the computer just never likes me. We had a little bit of camera problems, had a little bit of some audio issues in the first game, and the scoreboard. I think it's again operator error. I think it's on me, but we've got things working now. So final 8 minutes. This has turned into a close game, 1-point game, and it's Monmouth-Roseville on top. And at the beginning of this one, that's definitely not a statement I figured I'd be saying. It was a 17-2 A-Town lead at the end of the first, or in the first half. So Monmouth-Roseville has clawed their way back in and has earned every single part of this. And maybe a travel there by Monmouth-Roseville, did not get it. Ooh, and gonna call a bump foul there on Avignano. Might have been a little bit of a late whistle there. Avignano not very happy, and that's number 4. I wouldn't be very happy if I was him either. Pick up my 4th foul like that. Oh. Carter Redfern adds 2, and the Tornadoes take the lead. That ball is out of bounds by Asa Stiegel. Tornadoes by 1, 7:22 to go. Steele wants 3 and gets it. Jake Steele. Ooh. Had a foot on the line, so it will only be 2 for Jake Steele. And the Titans go up by 1. Steele, I did see that he did have a foot on that line, so good call by the official there. And it's a 1-point lead now for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. Anderson, Stiegel, looking for Redfern's going to take it himself and is fouled by Almager. That's number 2 for Aiden. And Asa Stiegel will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Asa tonight from the free throw line is 1 for 2. Make that 1 for 3. So he misses the front end of the first 2. Second foul on the Titans here in this fourth quarter. Second shot good for Stiegel. And he ties it at 35. Steele bounce pass to Finicum. Swings it all the way into the concession stand area. Ball out of bounds. And a full timeout taken by head coach Jake Sotos and the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. We'll take one as well. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School here, Abingdon, Illinois. Final 6:30 to go in this one. It's a 35-all game between the Titans and Tornadoes. Tornadoes with the ball. Hand off to Anderson. He's thought he was gonna go for the jumper there. Instead swings it to Hook. Hook has been the three-point shot for A-Town, so definitely something to keep a look for. But there, he's like, I'll take two instead of three for Kellen Hook. Tornadoes lead by 2. Darion Smith swings it out to Steele, and Steele's been one of the three-point shots for Monmouth-Roseville. And that ball is out of bounds. Smith tripped up by Hook. (37-35), Tornadoes with it. Anderson. He's working with Finicum. Steele steals it away. How about that? Jake Steele comes up with a steal. 2 for Almager is no good. Ball is almost stolen away by Aiden. Did a good job there to stay in that play even though he missed the shot. Fouch with it to a cutting Anderson. Got the screen but gets blocked by Smith. And Finicum comes away with it. Here comes Tyler. Puts up the shot. Offensive foul. Tyler Finicum picks up the foul. And a great block there by Fouch, who's able to get his feet set. Drew Fouch, and Finicum picks up foul number 4. Andy Myers checks back in for Monmouth-Roseville. Fouch with it, working on the block. Now going to swing it to Anderson. Hook for 3, gets it! Kellen Hook for 3. Tornadoes by 5, under 5 to go. And the student section rears back. Ethan Clark had to go get that one as a missed read there by the Titans. Almager puts up the shot. Can't get it to fall. He's fouled, though, on the shot, so he will shoot a pair. Foul's going to be on number 5, Carter Redfern. That's number 2 tonight for him. Aiden Almager will shoot 2. First shot is good for Aiden Almager. And he'll shoot second one here. And it's good. So 2 for 2 for Aiden. Tornadoes now only a 3-point lead. Stiegel working with Avignano, puts up the shot, no good, and there's Avignano to bring home the board. 40-37, Tornadoes. Andy Myers just tied the game, and the Titans right back in it. Andy Myers' biggest shot of the night. 40 all. Anderson with it. He's working with Myers, who just had the clutch bucket. Now to Fouch. 3 for Carter Redfern. And he says, I'll strike right back. And it's 43-40. Traveling. Looks like we had a little bit of a spill. Looks like some popcorn got onto the floor over there. I know I'd be extremely embarrassed if I was that kid. That probably was me as a kid, though. Couple bodies on the floor. Jake Steele lays it up, lays it in. They're just letting him play right now. 43-42. Tornadoes by 1. And this has been a close one. How about these Titans? Snuck from behind, down by 15 early, and they're within 1. Stiegel. Cutting. Anderson is blocked. Darion Smith got a hand on it. That ball out of bounds off of the left hand of Nico Avignano. And a turnover back to the Tornadoes. A little bit of some pressure here by the Titans, and you can see why. So they want to get this ball back. Still 2:40 to go, though. Redfern gets a screen. Hands to Stiegel, now to Hall, who's recently checked back into the ball game for A-Town. Fouch to Redfern, puts up the shot, and it just rolled around the outside, didn't get it to fall. And it's in the hands of Jake Steele, who has been Mr. Moneyman for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. Andy Myers puts up the shot, offensive foul. Asa Stiegel with a great getting his feet set, and the fans not happy with that one, but I think it was the right call as he got his feet set and Myers just took him out, but nonetheless, it's Tornado basketball. 43-42, 2 minutes to go. Here we go. Hook, fade away, jumper, falls. Kellen Hook. 45-42, we're tied. No, we are not tied. He had a foot. Foot on the line and a technical on number 10, Andy Myers. Myers is given a technical. It's 2 points for Nico Avignano. It's 45-44, and it is getting chirpy in this gym. So Myers was the one barking at the official and did not appreciate that. It's foul number 3 for Andy Myers. And like Alyssa said, it is very crazy here in Abingdon-Avon High School. We have had a good amount of technical fouls tonight. I believe we had a couple actually had one or two in the girls' game earlier on, and then now here a couple in this one too. So a new officiating crew is for the two different officiating crews, so nothing to do with the officials, just, and that's probably not a technical you want to pick up there if you're Myers and the Titans, because now you give the Tornadoes some free throws in a one-point game. First shot is good for Carter Redfern. Second shot falls. 47-44, and with the technical, it'll stay Tornado basketball. Jacob Hall inbounds the ball. Is that rhymed? It's late, folks. Hook gets it to Stiegel. Puts up the shot. Blocking foul on Almaguer. Third foul for Almaguer, and Asa Stiegel will go to the free throw line and shoot a pair. First one is short by Asa. Both these schools with their cheerleaders, don't know if we've mentioned them here tonight, but a good amount of them are for A-Town and a good amount here for Monmouth-Roseville, so props to them. They've done a great job tonight. Second shot is good for Stiegel, who has had that pattern here tonight, has made one. 48-44, timeout taken by, full timeout taken by Coach Jake Sotos and the Monmouth-Roseville Titans. We'll take one as well. We'll be back for the final 90 seconds of this one. Stay tuned. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School. Final 90 seconds of this one. It'll be Monmouth basketball. Jake Steele with it. It's a 4-point game, so technically it is a one-possession game like we talked about earlier with Dre Anderson. Nico Avignano adds 2 there, and now it is officially a 2-point game. Ball on the floor. It's on the floor. Timeout taken. And this gym is electric. Full timeout taken by, it's actually a 30-second timeout taken by Jake Satos. 48-46. And there's those cheerleaders again. We were just talking about them a minute ago. $70 seconds left in this one. We do thank you for watching here tonight. A foot on the line again. Yes, it had a foot right on the corner of the line. It's a couple of those tonight here in A-Town. And That ball stolen away by Jacob Hall for A-Town. He's going to go up. Blocking foul. Finicum. And the fans do not like it. That's number 5 for Tyler Finicum. He fouls out of the ball game. He finishes tonight, no points, but definitely made an impact defensively. Hall misses the first end of the 2 points, or 2 shots here, excuse me. And he makes that one. So 1 for 2 for Jacob Hall. 3-point game, under a minute. Here we go. Fasten those seatbelts. Jake Steele, he's got it, swings it to Myers, who's had a clutch 3 already. Get it to Darion Smith. Now they go to the outside. Steele to Smith. Smith down low. Steele wants 3 to tie it. It's short. Darion Smith comes away with the board, though. 30 seconds to go. Steele swings it out. Smith. Avendiano to tie. It's short. Smith. Shot does not fall. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And if he got that to fall, we could be looking at a close to a tie game, but Darion Smith with 2 big free throws coming up. Darion Smith makes the first of the 2 here, and I think if you are Monmouth-Roseville here, you obviously take this shot and try and make it a 1-point game, and then immediately foul and force A-Town to make their free throws on the other end. And they'll talk that over here in the 30-second timeout taken by Coach Corey Link and the A-Town Tornadoes. .2 seconds remain in this one, and this has been a close one. And you can give props to Monmouth-Roseville here. Down early, 17-2. A lot of teams would have just packed up their stuff then and would have had that defeat already. But Monmouth-Roseville has fought back and is now a 2-point game with the final 23 seconds to go. So win or lose for Monmouth-Roseville, you've got to be proud of your guys here tonight. And for A-Town, looking to sneak away with one that they should have had early. 49-47, 23.2. Darion Smith with a second shot. And it falls. So Smith gets both. And it's 49-48. Tornadoes by 1. And would probably be looking to foul here. Smith gets Hook. So Hook will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Darion Smith's second foul of the night, 17.3 seconds, so they get 6 seconds off the clock. And that shot falls. So Hook 1 for 1. Now, what you're looking at here is a 50-48 game, so even if Hook makes this, which he does, it is still a 1-possession game. 51-48, 3-point game. Steele to Smith, and it's off Smith. He didn't know the ball was coming to him, and it's a foul. Jake Steele tried to get it to Smith, who turned his back, and he didn't know it was coming to him, and it'll be back to A-Town to shoot free throws. It's Kellen Hook. Kellen Hook sinks that one. Dare I say it, he's a perfect 100% from the free throw line. So if he misses this one's on me, folks. I can take this one. And he makes it. So 4 for 4. Kellen Hook comes in clutch at the end of this one with some free throws. 53-48. Now it's a 5-point game. So definitely you're still in this if you're Monmouth-Roseville. Anderson to Hall. Puts up the shot. It's not going to fall. And 5.8 seconds remain in this one. And Abingdon-Avon is going to be walking away with this one. Inbound to Hook, and this one is over. The Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes defeat the Monmouth-Roseville Titans 53-48 in a close one, but a good one. We'll be back with the stats right after this. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School. The final in this one, 53-48. The Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes hang on and come from behind, had the early lead 17-2, and then let things start to slip away, but they make the corrections on defense. They get some late shots by Kellen Hook at the free throw line and come through and win this one by 5. Monmouth-Roseville's got a lot, to be able to sneak back in down by 15 in the first quarter is definitely a huge deficit, one of the biggest ones that I've seen in high school basketball that I've called here, but able to claw their way back into this and stay in it the whole game, despite having a couple technical fouls as well. But Monmouth-Roseville definitely not a bad loss at all here, playing in a tough gym in Abingdon-Avon. Some official, unofficial stats. Leading the way for the Monmouth-Roseville Titans was Nico Avignano, who had 17 points. Aiden Almager had 10. And Jake Steele had 9. Darion Smith with 4, Andy Myers had 5, and Peyton Thompson added 2. That would made up for the 48 that Monmouth-Roseville scored here this evening. And for the victorious Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes, it was Kellen Hook with the late 4 free throws in a row. He had 17, led the way for the Tornadoes. In a close second, Carter Redfern had 15. Dre Anderson added 7. 6 points for Drew Fouts, 3 for Jacob Hall, and 5 for Asa Stiegel adds up to 53. So at the end of this one, it's 53-48. The Tornadoes defeat the Titans in a close one. We'll be back for some later basketball action here down the road, and the Western Holiday Tournament will kick off next week. So we will see you later on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.